You're sitting in a cozy downtown loft, surrounded by devices that don't just beep and glow, they almost seem alive. A digital book lies on the table. It looks like paper but reshapes its pages at a touch. You wonder, what if all the tech we rely on just melted away into the background? This isn't sci-fi, it's exactly what Neil Gershenfeld s when things start to think in visions. But how close are we to a world where things actually think for us? You probably think of computers as gadgets trapped inside hard plastic. Gershenfeld shatters that mold by showing how the future tech won't sit on desks. It'll be woven, built, and embedded everywhere. At MIT's Media Lab, Gershenfeld's Things That Think group builds prototypes like musical fabric keyboards and smart walls. They don't just want smarter machines, they want intelligence sewn into our clothes, tattoos, even our furniture, like a denim jacket that plays music as you move. This isn't theoretical, it's happening within labs and workshops full of researchers dreaming big. Think of microchips leaking from their box prisons like water seeping through cracks in a dam. Instead of bulky, isolated computers, tiny processors and sensors scatter invisibly through everyday objects, fabrics, walls, tools, transforming them into dynamic interfaces that respond to your presence and needs instantly. This fluid spread of intelligence reshapes how we interact with our environment entirely. When all these scattered chips sync up, they create a living organism of smart things around you, a thermostat that learns your mood, door handles that anticipate your arrival. Gershenfeld's insight: the true revolution isn't raw computing power, it's the emergence of a world that thinks with you, making tech feel less like machines and more like trusted companions. What if you could print not just paper but anything, furniture, gadgets, even food? Gershenfeld's vision flips creation on its head with personal fabricators that turn atoms into your wildest designs. Gershenfeld's team developed early personal fabricators, machines that can rearrange atoms like a 3D printer, but for anything from a bike part to a musical instrument. In his lab, a prototype machine assembles tiny components into complex shapes, demonstrating how everyday consumers could soon manufacture whatever they dream up, blurring the line between user and maker. Picture atoms as pixels in a digital image. Just as pixels arrange to form vivid pictures, the fabricator snaps atoms into precise patterns, building objects layer by layer. This fundamental leap from bits controlling electrons to bits shaping matter turns the physical world into a flexible canvas where customization knows no bounds. Imagine the revolution: no more waiting weeks for custom gadgets or hunting for rare tools. Anyone can become an inventor, crafting things on demand. Gershenfeld reveals that this isn't just about convenience, it democratizes invention, making creativity and production personal and instant, a shift as radical as the internet itself. Imagine your book knows you're tired or your jacket senses rain. Gershenfeld introduces a world where objects not only react, they anticipate, learn, and even dream with us. One fascinating example: a digital book that feels like paper but can transform its content based on your state, turning pages slower when you're tired or adjusting font brightness after hours. This tech learns your habits, turning passive reading into an interactive, empathetic experience, blurring the line between object and agent. Gershenfeld explains this with a vivid analogy. Sensors act like a conversation, constantly giving and receiving feedback, like a dance between you and your things. When your jacket detects rain, it tightens a waterproof weave, responding instantly. This feedback loop shapes smarter, more intuitive environments that adapt naturally to your needs. The payoff: technology no longer feels cold or alien. It evolves into an ever-present companion, integrated into your daily life subtly and thoughtfully. Gershenfeld's bold insight: when things think, they become collaborators in your life's story, not just tools, but extensions of your own mind and body. Remember that first loft scene, the book that changes shape, the jacket playing music? Gershenfeld shows us that future isn't far off. The moment we move past boxes and screens to things that think, the whole world becomes a playground of invention. So tonight, next time you pick up your phone or jacket, imagine how it might think with you. Try designing one small object in your mind. What if it learned your habits? That imagination is the first step toward Gershenfeld's world. Subscribe for more book summaries like this one.